So it's official, we've taken our home cleaning well into the 21st century.
Yep.
We've got our ECOVACS DEEBOT T30 OMNI robotic vacuum cleaner. And it's cleaning the whole downstairs.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, we're pretty impressed.
Honestly, of all the things that we have reviewed, the products that we have reviewed in the last however many years.
Yeah, 5 years, 6 years.
This has been routine changing. I don't want to say life changing. That's a bit extreme for a vacuum.
So when it first arrived, obviously you get quite excited about it, but you do have that little bit of reservation in your mind thinking, you know, how good is this thing really going to be?
Yeah.
And I've got to say, for me, it has so far surpassed any expectations that I had.
Yeah.
From the moment that we actually put it on and it started vacuuming, within the first few minutes, I was like, wow, this thing is incredible. You can understand why it's got the word robotic in it.
Oh,
because it really is a robot, even though it's round and it kind of just moves around. The fact that it was able to get under just about every single chair that we had, it just maneuvered itself in and out. If it couldn't get in the first time, it kind of tried to angle itself a little bit more, it would spin around a little bit more. It got into every single nook and cranny.
Yeah.
It was absolutely incredible.
It is so clever. So I've actually noticed now, I've been watching it, and we've got quite big thresholds across our doors. All of our floors in this area of the house are oak floors, and then it's oak doors, and the thresholds are, it's a 200-year-old farmhouse, so everything is uneven. And so that means all of our thresholds are wonky, you know, some are bigger than others, and the determination in this thing is unbelievable. I thought it would just give up. I thought it would just get, you know, onto a rug and it would either catch the rug and then it would just give up and then it would just, you know, it would just keep dying all over the house. No, it doesn't. It stops, then it'll pull itself away from whatever it is that it's not happy with. It will try and think about, shall I go around another way? Shall I go over it at a faster speed? And that is so incredibly fascinating to watch.
There's something in it called True Edge or something like that.
Yeah.
And basically what that says is basically it just hugs the contours of every room and it basically just navigates around them. And initially you think, you know, is it really going to be that good that it actually can get everything from all the corners and all the sides? And it really is. I mean, it just hugs the corners of rooms, it works its way around them methodically, it remembers where it's gone, and it cleans absolutely everywhere. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
I thought that there would be little bits of debris here, you know, little bits of fluff here and there, and I'd probably have to just go in and it would kind of do the bulk of the work for me, and I would probably just have to go in and do kind of a tidy up afterwards. No, this is so incredibly good. It actually really does clean thoroughly.
And when I mentioned that the actual robot hugs the contours of the side, it's really clever when it starts to mop. The little mop heads actually come out if they have to. So, you know, it is actually pushing out and making sure that it is getting up against skirting boards and real edges. So it is cleaning all the way up to the sides.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cleaning has just been flawless.
And not only that, but I think that one of the biggest things, I was talking to my sister the other day, she is so curious. She's like, really? Is it really good? Like, what's the best feature of it? Her and her husband are thinking of getting a robot vacuum. So she was really keen to know what my feedback on this one was. I think what is so fantastic about this machine is that because it heats the water up to such a high temperature and then it goes over in such a controlled, even distribution of water, it's so precise that we are seeing that the floors are drying within, on big spaces,
No more than 5 minutes, I don't think.
it is so fast, and that's on our tile and on our wood. And the fact that I can do it in the evenings when we've already gone up to bed is just amazing how much more convenient and how much more efficient our time is being spent doing other things, actually working during the day as opposed to vacuuming and mopping during the day.
And the other thing that I really like about it, so you'll set a vacuuming and mopping cycle. So when it actually does go out and start to mop, we've got a lot of rugs on the floors.
Yeah.
It detects where the rug is or if there's fabric, and obviously then the little mops come up. It just vacuums that area. As soon as it gets off the rug, the mops come back down, it vacuums and mops again. So it's really clever the way that it does that.
The wheels on the ECOVAC, which I love so much, are actually really big, and that makes a massive difference to how the maneuverability and how this thing can actually move around and the different areas it can tackle. It has no problem going on to the jute rug, which is really, really bumpy and lumpy. The only thing that it has had an issue with is rugs with tassels, because obviously it treats it it like debris. So it thinks it is just a piece of, you know, leftover fabric on the floor, or, you know, some kind of string or something. So it tries to suck it up, and then you've got to go and try and, like, you know, sort it out. When I pulled it away from the tassels, it hadn't wound around the thing, so it wasn't like completely tangled. It wasn't like I had to cut it out of the machine or anything like really dramatic. Now, when I have it go into that room where I know that that rug has got tassels on, I will literally just roll up the end of the rug at each end. I'll just roll it up or just fold it under so that the tassels are, he can't access the tassels. We mentioned that we're in a 200-year-old farmhouse and that we've got lumpy bumpy floors and uneven surfaces and wonky edges everywhere. That is the charm of our property. For example, our kitchen is almost like an island in the fact that the rest of the house is on the same level, but the kitchen goes into the hallway and into the utility room. It drops down a step. So of course the vacuum can't go up. It can't climb up 8 centimeters. I wouldn't expect it to. And then the hallway, it can go off because it's down 3 or 4 centimeters. So it can ramp itself off, but then it can't get back. So it can't get back to the base station, which we keep in the kitchen. I have to manually pick it up and move it over. The scheduling is great. You can put it on a schedule, as we said before, so the app works really well. It did map out our whole property, which was great, and it mapped it out very intelligently and very well. It was very accurate.
And the mapping's actually really cool, sorry to jump in. So basically you can do it in one of 2 ways. You can either just set it to map, and it literally just flies around the rooms. It's got this kind of infrared sensor that basically identifies where all the walls and exits are. So it maps it out really quickly. I think it mapped out our downstairs, which is about 150 square meters in probably 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was very, very quick. Or you can actually map it out by just setting it to clean. So then it actually starts, and then it does a really methodical, it goes around every single edge. It goes absolutely everywhere. So if you have got an island like we've got in the kitchen, even though it identified it to start with, it didn't identify that there were certain areas underneath, which it then does once it starts to clean.
The only thing I would just say with the mapping is it's very difficult to kind of edit. So for example, for us, where there is open plan floor spaces, like for example, kitchen, dining rooms, that kind of area, if you want to divide those, yes, there is a divide feature, you can divide it, but it's kind of guesstimate dividing, because obviously you're doing it on your phone, you can only pinch zoom in that much, and you're not 100% sure exactly where it's going to divide. So it's not really super accurate, as in like you have to kind of just put the line down and then just see, did it actually divide where I wanted it to divide? I would love for them to allow us to log in to their website and actually see the map like that on my computer screen, and be able to actually have full control over saying, okay, you know, I want to move this divider here to this exact space, grab and drop furniture and put it in, and have full control over editing our maps. That would be perfect. And for it to be a lot more user-friendly with regards to multi-floors. I'm personally finding the multi-floor thing quite difficult to navigate with regards to, like, do I save this map? Do I not save this map? Other than that, the actual machine itself is amazing. It mops and vacs, it discharges itself, which is great. So it goes and empties itself, which it does regularly. I think I've already refilled the water canister once, but I can see that water canister lasting you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, I can see the water canister thing area lasting a long time. When it's going around, I find it very quiet.
It's a lot quieter than our Karcher and our Dyson, which are super, super loud.
And then when it goes back to base station and it empties itself, or it empties out the dirty water and gets clean water, or does anything like that, that's when the noise really kicks in. Obviously, it wants to suck out everything that it's, you know, got in itself. The suction is very, you know.
But it's short. And from the tech side, I think that the app itself is actually really robust and really good. I found that the setup was super quick. Sometimes you get devices that just won't pair with your actual phone. That was completely seamless. The connectivity via Bluetooth and via the Wi-Fi is robust. Stable. It never seems to drop. It works really well. and that's what allows the actual robot to find its way back to its base station, which it finds its way back every single time flawlessly. So all in all, I've been super impressed by it. I think it's very well built. I think it's robust. It does what it says on the tin and probably possibly a little bit better.
Completely exceeded expectations. I mean, so much more than I thought it would be, honestly.
I've got absolutely no hesitation in recommending this.
So thank you very much, ECOVACS. It's been a real eye-opener. Honestly, a game changer, but I hate that term. So a routine changer completely. It's really just opened up a whole world for me of robotics now. Like, I have a completely different appreciation for robotics and just how incredible they can be in the home.
So if you've got a robot vacuum, let us know. And if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below.
Yep.
We'll see you on our next video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.